What's good, guys? So back again with Aurora. We're going to go over some technical analysis real quick. We've had a pretty good past day or two. 190 the other day, February 3rd, and then now it's February 5th, and we're up about 20 cents. It's looking pretty good. We were as high as $2.20 this morning. So basically in the last video, we went over the bull flag and how it broke out a little bit. Now it is consolidating above the resistance, and the MACD is cruising upwards slightly, slowly but surely. Really, the technicals here are pretty much done with. I mean, we can just draw the neckline over here. It bounced off the neckline right over here, and it's probably just going to touch the moving average and the average of the Bollinger Bands before it makes its move up. So I've been saying that CGC is leading the way. All right, just cleared the drawings. Here we're going to draw a parallel channel based off of the top. This is kind of biased, but I want to assume that it is running in a channel. So basically, I'm expecting a bounce off of 21 just because we've got the two top points right here. It's not far-fetched that it can go as low as $21 before it makes its move up to about $28 to $29. I think this MACD is looking good. Started below the zero line, made its way past it, had to retract, consolidate, moved up a little bit, went back to test it again, and I'm expecting this next ramp up to be a higher hump, smallest, a little taller, and then we got a bigger one right here where it has the potential to break out up to about 34 is the peak over here. So I did a lot of stuff today, guys. Neo was not looking good. I discovered the Head and Shoulders the other day in the other video. So I've been looking a lot into it, guys. I had a ton of shares of Neo. I'm literally seeing a Head and Shoulders. They've been working really well for me lately for CGC and ACB, so I'm just going to keep going with it. I think this is a classic Head and Shoulders forming right here. Sometimes the peak doesn't have to be at the very top where the 4.8 is. I was a little conservative. I just sold everything today. I assumed that this was the peak of the right shoulder. So here's the neckline. It doesn't always have to be straight. I will give you guys an example with a straight neckline, but running in the channel, again, as I just did with CGC, just two parallel lines, I have a feeling it's going to test the support at $3.70, and if it cracks downwards, it might go as low as $2.40. And if things are really bad, it might go back down to $1.50. So this is a conservative play by me. Who knows what's going to happen at this MACD right here. The RSI is on a bearish trend. We got lower lows and lower highs. If there's a deflection right here, we could see some nasty price action right here. And I just made way too much money on Neo to not take the profits. And seriously, it was like just a perfect play. Basically, I put everything I had in Neo into CGC, like literally right after. So my strategy with that is if I have too much cash, I might make some stupid decisions and get back into NIO. Like just freak out and get back into it. So for me, it's best for me to just park it somewhere, and I parked it in CGC because it's at the lower part of the channel. I literally think I'm going to make a cool 30% in the next couple weeks. So this looks to me like guaranteed money. There was just so much pressure, bad news from the beverage flop. Tanked, kept tanking, lost like 15, almost 20%. So this is kind of a risky bet. I mean, it looks good from a channel standpoint, but the real bet is that it's had so much bad news in the past couple weeks that something's about to turn up for CGC. Obviously, the bounce off the bottom of the channel is a signal. That's a plus. That's a factor in getting the price back up. Because there has been a lot of recent bad news, I have a feeling that it's going to be good news the next news that we do here. In addition to that, we have that support at the bottom of the channel. So that's why I purchased big on CGC. Definitely bullish on the MJ sector. But guys, definitely consider NIO. It's looking kind of bearish. This could be a bubble right here, and it just wants to correct itself and take itself back to $2.40. Really not impossible. It's just looking way too perfect. Okay, just cleared the drawings. Here is with the straight lines. All right, so if we do straight lines and it's in a parallel channel, basically it's a clear head and shoulder action. Here is the left shoulder, here's the head breaking past that resistance, and then the right shoulder going right up to the resistance, and we're going to bounce down, probably going to test at $3.50. If it falls through this median, it's looking perfect. Like if you look at the purple line, there's the left shoulder, the head, and it's literally creating the right shoulder before it potentially drops down. So be careful, guys. Try to scale out, take some profit. I just dumped it in something else that I think is going to make me money. And if this does tank, I will consider it at a lower price, and that's exactly what I'm waiting for. It's just convenient that I have something that I'm confident in that will make me money in the meantime while NIO figures out what it's going to do with this technical analysis. Because with the China coronavirus and Tesla just going crazy, I have a feeling those two factors could make a bearish sentiment and bring this technical analysis to fruition. So definitely be careful. There's a lot of downward pressure for NIO. Lastly, we have Tilray. They did a huge layoff, 10% staff layoff. That's 1,443 people. Imagine if every one of these people got paid $30,000 to $50,000. They completely screwed up, just their expenses, just their operating costs. Like there should be no reason why you are laying off 1,500 people. So we've got another case where Hexo laid people off, but it's literally just 200 people, 100 layoffs. Other articles said 200. So the question is Aurora tightening the belt? Are they going to lay off people? We actually watched this on my last video, but there's just a lot of good information on this, and we need to revisit this, and I will go over the important details. So here it is.
Mints and vapes. Let's get more perspective on the growth strategy. We're joined by Michael Singer, Executive Chairman of Aurora Cannabis.
Executive Chairman. So he definitely knows what's going on. We can definitely take his word for anything he says in this video. So we're just going to speed up 5 minutes.
In a much stronger financial position today, and that then lends to the idea that
have more than 1 billion shares outstanding. You've obtained conversion of that debenture that was hanging over you early by issuing stock at a discount. You also issued a bunch of money under this so-called at-the-market facility. So you keep printing up more stock.
Correct. Although what I could tell you, and part of what we announced yesterday, is this idea of early converting our debenture, which is due in March, putting a little extra cash on our balance sheet by virtue of the ATM, as you described, and a significant sort of deferral of expenses or cost that we put with regards to CapEx spending. we are in a much stronger financial position today, and that then lends to the idea that we, are not at risk, if you want, of having to go back into the market and raise a material amount of capital to continue to fuel our business. This, again, just sort of plays very well into Cannabis 2.0, and given our margins and our low cost to produce, we're confident that we're going to be able to show a continued leadership in the consumer market with a variety of very exciting products that we're ready to launch next.
All right, you hear that, guys? They're excited to announce products they're going to launch. Now, Mike also mentioned that they are in the best position they've ever been in the history of the company to succeed because they've set up the foundation. They've got the high quality Sky grow rooms. They've got the high quality product. They have the ability to scale when the demand is needed in the EU. So what they're saying is they haven't overhired. They're most likely not going to lay off thousands of people like Tilray. Let's continue listening to the video.
You touched on this, Michael, that big Aurora Sun facility in Alberta. You're basically halting that one for now.
We are, and that's because we're really seeing tremendous yields coming out of our existing facilities. We haven't taken our eye off the big picture. Our view of the future of cannabis at a global scale hasn't changed. I think what you're seeing is just a short-term sort of level setting. And so we put those projects on hold because we're confident we're going to need those facilities to scale up once we see the demand on a global scale sort of come into play. And we're expecting that. And we're going to be prepared, probably better prepared than any of our peers by virtue of these two massive Sky class facilities that we've positioned ready to go when we see that demand increase.
Of course, your other giant one there near the Edmonton airport. What about America, though? Some investors are apparently getting impatient. You still haven't announced a big partnership with a consumer goods company in America. What's the delay? It looks like you're falling behind here.
So not at all. In fact, Andrew, I'm actually very encouraged. I'm excited about the discussions we're having. Remember, this is with a lot of help from Nelson Peltz, who has connected us and is actually working very closely with myself and our team as we engage in numerous discussions with these global CPG companies. And that's part of our U.S. strategy. And so when we do announce our entry point into the U.S., it's going to be very clear how Nelson and the relationships that Nelson has helped connect us with, and the fact that Nelson is actively involved in these discussions, are going to be able to use the U.S. as a platform for us to really become a global CPG player in many of these exciting industry verticals. So,
global distribution. I'm thinking Mendelez. They have this international, cookie brand basically. So, who knows?
We're advancing that opportunity very quickly, and we will be able to announce something, but we're not ready to announce those exciting developments today.
Finally, just on Medicine Hat. Now, Andrew McCreath was telling us earlier that you hadn't actually poured the concrete in Medicine Hat, and he's hearing that none of the 400 job people had actually been hired. So have you hired anyone in Medicine Hat, and presumably you'll have to be laying them off if you have?
So this goes hand in hand with the Tilray thing. Are they going to lay people off? Are they hiring the proper amount of people? A lot of businesses, you probably worked at one before, maybe they're understaffed. I honestly think that Aurora has taken the understaffed route, and they're not overhiring. There's no need to lay people off because they're understaffed. They're doing the bare minimum that the facility needs, because it's not even done being built, so they don't even need that type of expense, that overhead.
No, so it's a good question, and we're careful about how we are tightening the belt and being very cautious about spending so that we can drive this company to near-term profitability. The cement is poured, though. All the walls are up. That facility is ready to grow. In fact, there's going to be a number of flowering rooms that are up and running. This is just about putting on hold the further expansion until we see that global demand pick up. Again, I think positioning us maybe more favorably than our peers to be able to ramp that global opportunity up when we see the demand there.
Oh, I see. But will you have to you'll have to lay some people off, I'm guessing, in Medicine Hat, unfortunately.
No, I don't expect we're going to have to do so in any material way.
You see that facial expression? He's like, man, this guy really likes this layoff question. He's like, nah. Not a chance, bro.
Right. Sorry, how come if you're not going to be producing, how would you keep them on the payroll, though?
Well, we haven't done a significant part of our hiring with regards to that facility today. The facility is, obviously not complete. We've scaled it up appropriately, and we've brought just enough people that we think are necessary to allow that facility to operate at its early day, or at this level, if you want, until we see that demand. Of course, then we're going to pick that up. We also very carefully we do move some of our key people around from different facilities. So Sky is only a couple of hours away from the Medicine Hat facility. So
Yes.
we have a number of our Sky experienced employees that are out there sort of supporting that part of our business as well.
Thanks very much. And I understand you just won 7 medals for the high quality of your flower. So congratulations to your bud tenders for that one.
Wow.
And Michael, we'll have to
7 medals, high quality, foundation has been laid, technicals are looking good, bull flag breakout, testing the neckline. I expect another attempt soon, and we're going to see a ramp up to $2.50 or above. Neo, be careful on Neo, CGC. I am very bullish on the MJ sector. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys got something from the technical analysis. Appreciate y'all for liking the video. Really helps my channel grow a lot faster. I want to know what you guys think. Drop a comment. Give me some feedback. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can keep up with these videos. I will see you next video. Peace.